Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Heather here with Falling Into Camping. Today I'm going to be showing you how to reconfigure water lines. I actually upgraded my hot water heater in my fifth wheel to a tankless. So this one is my old unit, and I had to reconfigure my water lines because on this unit the water line hookups are on the left side, and my new unit the water line hookups are on the right side. So I needed to reconfigure them. So let me show you guys how I did that. So for example's sake, I'm going to use my old unit right here and kind of just do an example water line just to show you what it looks like and how the process works. So this is my old unit. As you can see, it's still got the fitting on there. So let's just say, for example's sake, I need to make a fitting that comes out, a water line that comes out, and then all the way over to my main supply line. So what I'm going to do is kind of get a piece of PEX. I already know it's my hot water, so I'm going to use red and just kind of estimate it. We'll say it's right here. So if it's a little too long, you just eyeball it and you cut it off. If you want to be exact, you can use a tape measure, but I always make mine a little bit longer than I think I need it, and then I can trim it on the other end. So basically, this one is actually going to need a special male adapter. And these are really the two types you'll need. This is a male adapter right here that actually screws into the female adapter. And on the other end, you have these female swivel adapters that will screw into the male. So just use whichever one you think you need. And I will just go ahead and screw this in. Okay, now say I want to make this come out. I'll need an elbow if I want to make a 90-degree angle. So what I'll do for that is get another piece and kind of eyeball it. Let's see, I want it to come out maybe right there so I can cut it. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to get these 1/2-inch pinch clamps right here, and I stick it on before I put the fitting on. So put it on your PEX, stick it on, and move your pinch clamp down maybe a 1/4 inch past the bottom of it. And that is when your special PEX tool right here comes in handy. And let me show you how that works when you crimp it.
Before we get started, you will need some supplies. Start out with some 1/2-inch PEX. I have a couple different colors just because I like to, match the cold water with blue and the hot water with red, and anything else I can use the white for. I also use a multi-tool, some PEX cutters. This is a special PEX clamping tool, and I will link that in my Amazon storefront account. You'll also need some special fittings and adapters. This is a 1/2-inch female swivel adapter. You'll also probably need the 1/2-inch male adapter as well. That's what the male adapter looks like. Now for the PEX, you're going to need some 1/2-inch pinch clamps. You'll probably also need some 1/2-inch elbows. Now these are super expensive if you go buy them in the store, but Amazon has them, and they're a lot cheaper if you buy them in bulk. So I would highly suggest checking them out on Amazon, unless you're in a bind, and then you can find them at any hardware store.
Okay, so as you can see right here, there's about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, somewhere in there. And there's a little channel right here, and there's also a little channel right here. And you basically put one channel into the other, and you squeeze them. Okay, and then it comes out looking something like that. Okay, your next step is, if I want it to come this way, I'll go ahead and put an elbow on it. This is a 1/2-inch elbow right here. I'll link these on my Amazon account as well. They're a whole lot cheaper if you buy them on Amazon than if you buy them in the hardware store, because they're like $1 a piece if you buy them in the hardware store. Whole lot cheaper on Amazon. So same thing, you get your pinch clamp, put it on before you put your elbow on. Just kind of slide it on, and then your elbow will just slide in. And then move your pinch clamp up about the same. Now these actually have little spacers on them. So just move the pinch clamp all the way up to the spacer and it is pre-positioned for you. Same thing, just crimp that. Now you can get your original piece that you cut, put another pinch clamp on it. As you can tell, you're going to use a lot of pinch clamps. Same thing, stick it on, pre-position spacer. Now at this point, let's say I have a male adapter that's going to come right here. So what you can do is you can pre-screw this in if you want to, and then just kind of slide your PEX line in, you know, or you can go ahead and put your pinch clamp on, slide this in. This one does not have a pre-positioned spacer, so you can make it about the same as you did on the other one. Same thing, clamp it, and that is pretty much how you make a water line. You can make it go in any direction you want. You can make this curve back out here. You can make this go back out that way. It really just depends on you know, your use for it, as well as just making sure you have enough of those elbows to make all of the you know, 90-degree turns that you need. Now let's just say, for example's sake, that you want to cut into the existing water line to add a new line to it. How do you do that? Well, this one right here, yours is going to be different. You're either going to have the PEX or you're going to have this braided tubing right here. Really don't like this braided tubing, so if you can replace it at all, that would be fantastic. I mainly don't like it because it is 1/2 inch total diameter, and my pinch clamps are 1/2 inch diameter, and they don't fit, and the 3/4 inch is too big. So I usually just get rid of it and put a new water line in. So let me show you how to do that real quick. All right, so say I want to cut in right here to add a new water line right here. Obviously you would make a new one of these in either a white or a blue, because this is going to be a cold line right here. So this is where my little tiny screwdriver comes in handy, and we can turn this at all. Basically just grab it and turn it until you get to this little part right here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. There is a little tiny lip right here, and that is where you're going to stick your screwdriver in and basically pry this clamp up. Let me see if I can. Okay, now this will loosen up and we can slide it off. Okay, so now you're left with this braided tubing. Sometimes it'll slide off, sometimes it won't. You see, this is really hard to slide off. So what I like to do is make a tiny relief cut. I do the same thing with PEX. It just makes it come off a whole lot easier. Just be really careful if you're going to reuse this elbow right here, not to go too deep and cut into it. All right, after that, it should pull off. Oops. There we go. Okay, that's off. Okay, now that you have that off, if you already have your other line pre-made, basically you just stick it on. And then this also has spacers on it already. So slide the pinch clamp up and then use your tool, pinch it, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys found that helpful. Like and subscribe for more, and if there's something y'all want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to make a video for you. Y'all have a great rest of your day.